Hello everyone, I'm San, and you're listening to my live stream on Instagram. If you want to ask questions and chat more with me, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and look forward to more upcoming live streams. Actually, it's not really long time no see. You still see me every week, right? You still see me every week. Oh, what day is it today? Today is Monday, November 8th. Wow, Christmas is coming soon. Tet, Lunar New Year is coming soon. It's November already, everyone. Mid-November. Hello, it's me, everything. Oh my goodness, thank you for still being here after so much lag. I know many of you left because the connection was terrible. I'm so sorry. My live stream hasn't even properly started yet, and it's already facing so many challenges. Someone asked if I could speak in a southern accent. Oh my goodness, it's so hard for me to speak like that. Sometimes I really want to try a southern accent, but I can't. I'm afraid people will laugh at me. Many of you think I live in Hanoi because I have a northern accent, but I've actually been in Saigon for 4 years now, everyone. I've been here for 4 years, right? That's about the same amount of time I studied university in Hanoi, or even longer than 4 years. I must have come to Saigon in 2017, and yet I still can't speak with a southern accent. My zodiac sign is Gemini. Someone asked, I have too many relationships, I'm too bland, what should I do? Okay, we'll talk about this issue together. This is a pretty interesting topic, but I hope the internet connection will cooperate so we can continue our conversation. Yesterday, I shared with you a quote about how we should be gentle with ourselves but also strict with ourselves. And this, blandness, is similar. Usually, we're told to be yourself. We often hear people say that, and of course, I also tell you to be yourself. But we should be the best version of yourself. This means we need to strive to become our best selves. It's about being yourself, but also improving yourself. We might know that we're not interesting, we're not great conversationalists, but we need to have a mindset where we find ways to have meaningful and valuable conversations. We need to have meaningful and valuable relationships, right? That's why we need to become the best version of ourselves. Sometimes we're bland and can't hold a conversation because we lack knowledge. We don't understand the person opposite us, we don't understand ourselves, and we don't understand life, society, everything. We don't know what to say. We have to accept that it's not like, oh, I'm bland, if you like it, fine, if not, whatever. Or, I'm bland, accept it. I'm bland, but please love me. I'm bland, I'm not interesting, but please love me. I will tell you, one of the people I would choose to love is someone I can have a conversation with. It sounds simple, but someone you can converse with involves so many things. It means you need to have the same mindset, the same understanding of life, and certain harmonious frequencies with each other. This ability to converse well is extremely important. It's not necessarily about becoming an interesting person, but rather becoming a knowledgeable person. Let me tell you a story, not an example, but a true story. There was a guy who had been pursuing me for quite a while. I can't remember how long, but he was very persistent. And of course, they say, handsome doesn't beat thick-skinned. Well, he was handsome, very handsome and thick-skinned, but he still couldn't win me over. Why? Because we couldn't talk. We couldn't talk. Often, guys wonder why a girl doesn't reply to their messages or why she doesn't agree to go out with them. It's not that she didn't get your message or that she wasn't impressed. It's often because your conversation is too bland and she can't continue replying. You see, sometimes when you meet a new girl, you just ask her, have you eaten yet? Or, what did you do today? So, how can we become more interesting? Becoming more interesting isn't just about pleasing others or making them think we're cool. First and foremost, it's about upgrading ourselves. When you genuinely become better, you'll naturally have more for people to discover. What should we do? We should explore more of the world around us and explore more within ourselves. Sometimes you listen to music, right? Okay, for the most part, many Vietnamese people, not all of course, when it comes to music, we're not even used to paying for music, let alone knowing about different genres. Meaning, when we listen to a song, do we even know what genre it belongs to? Mostly, we only care about programs that are trending, what the newspapers write, or what everyone else is talking about. We mostly just follow trends. We see what everyone else is doing, what everyone else is interested in, and we pay attention to that. So, how can we have anything uniquely special about ourselves? We don't have our own taste because we just follow the crowd, follow trends. For instance, if you meet someone and you ask them, what kind of music do you like? Like, I remember meeting a guy once, and he said he listens to a lot of music, he loves music, he needs music to relax, and so on. Maybe he had researched me and knew I listened to music. He would say something like that. But I just need to ask one more question, and I'll know how interesting he is. Meaning, what genre of music does he usually listen to? And within that genre, who are his favorite artists? Just by asking that, I'll know if that person has taste and if they can hold a conversation. You have genres like pop, jazz, R&B, soul, indie, hip-hop, rock, and so many different types of music. And there are even genres that are mixed together. And within each genre, there are artists who are known for singing that style. Why do we sometimes just follow the herd? We like whatever others like, but we don't truly explore what we asterisk like, what we asterisk care about, what our asterisk real taste is. This applies to everything, not just music. I feel that an interesting person truly understands what they want, what they need, what they like. They don't blend in with the crowd, they have their own personality and their own taste. Nothing is generic or vague. It's better to say, I don't really listen to music much, could you share some songs with me? Because you don't listen to music. But what I want to tell you is, most people just follow trends. For example, I don't know if I should say this, but you can see that most music competition shows in Vietnam die out very quickly, after just a few years. Meanwhile, the same shows in the US have been running for decades. The Voice is still happening this year, with Ariana Grande as a judge still going strong. Why? Why, everyone? Why? Because their music competitions prioritize musical quality, not media trends. And for the most part, we can't blame the artists, because the majority of Vietnamese people, I'm not trying to be negative, but they're mostly just following trends. They don't truly watch a show because they want to appreciate the music. There are people like that, but they're a very small number. The shows are very corrupt in a way. They want broad coverage, they want to reach everyone, so they need media attention, they need stories, they need to create drama for people to follow those stories and follow the show, not for talent or musical value. If you just joined, you might understand a bit that I'm talking about blandness and how an interesting person relates to so many things, even to an entire society. So, when we want to upgrade TV programs, we need to have taste. You have to start there for society to change. Because I've worked in media before. What media wants to promote and highlight generally comes from what people want to see. Because the goal of media professionals is to get more views, more people watching, more interest and followers for their articles. But you know what gets a lot of interest and followers? Shocking and dramatic things, because those are the things most of us are interested in. That's why philosophical and meaningful content often doesn't go viral. That's the story, everyone. If we truly want to upgrade everything related to quality, we must be selective and direct our attention to things that are truly worthwhile. We should pay for music, we should choose quality products and things. Even with books, we should buy licensed books, not pirated ones, for example. Ultimately, it all comes back to our first question, blandness and being interesting. Don't just follow the crowd, everyone. We must truly know what we like. When you receive information online, anywhere, you must have a critical thinking mindset. You must be knowledgeable enough to push back. Not everything written in the news is true. Of course, I sympathize with journalists. They have to earn money, they have to work. They have to create sensational headlines, things that grab people's attention to meet their targets and get their KPIs. But the issue is, what do we asterisk choose to care about? Do we see an article about a young girl following a rich man, or what? The most common keywords people click on are affair, tycoon, luxury brands. These are the keywords. We should really give ourselves keywords that are